Hello, welcome to another talk of money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand here at Master Investor. If you're new to our community, ensure to subscribe and follow us on all of their social media platforms. Turn on the notifications so that you know when we go live or upload a valuable talk of money that can change our financial life forever, as long as we apply the information, because that is what it takes to convert information into knowledge. We can get the knowledge from other people, but that knowledge is their knowledge due to the experience that they had by achieving their success, in which we admire and we're getting that knowledge from, but we now have to turn that into our knowledge by applying it in our life. So it's important that we take action. We must be producers as well, okay, not just consumers. Our mission here at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple with lucrative opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Check out the links in the description of this talk. Maybe you're listening to our podcast right now, or maybe you're watching us on a live stream here on YouTube and other platforms as well. We added the links in the description so that people can have access to all of our data, free content. If you'd like to have the articles and newsletters via email, then make sure you subscribe to our free newsletter on our homepage by clicking the link in the description, and also join our digital courses, because they come with ebooks, additional assets that ultimately helps us build the asset column. We have 3 ebooks right now: the 10 New Rules of Money, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, How to Invest in Crypto to Build Wealth, Understanding Bitcoin and Blockchain. We're releasing our 4th ebook in the next month or so. It's going to be called How to Raise Capital to Build Wealth. The job number 1 of an entrepreneur is to raise capital, and the number 1 skill is to sell without selling, using systems and smart marketing. It's something that we master how to do inside of our community here at Master Investor. So we're here because we are building true wealth, and it takes financial education to be able to do that. So we all are responsible for increasing our financial IQ on a daily basis. It's something that we're committed as a wealthy entrepreneur to read and apply financial information. Education specifically, there are 3 types of education: academic, professional, and financial education. Majority of people think that professional education is the most important. We all get academic education to read and write, etc. But I would say that my financial education is the most important one. It's just not found in the school systems, because they're not made to create employees. They're not made to create wealth entrepreneurs. They're made to create employees and soldiers. And therefore, all the financial education has been removed from the school systems. Now we have some entrepreneurship programs, but who's teaching those programs? Not a lot of schools are teaching their programs with real wealth entrepreneurs. So something that we always say in our community, we have to make sure that we are attaching ourselves with the right mentors. We have to do our due diligence. We have to align our financial goals with the right mentors, because we need the proper information in front of us from people that have done what we want to do, and we can see their trajectory, because success leaves clues. So we will be investing in their education and products, services, whatever they have to help us avoid unnecessary mistakes. We don't have to make the mistakes ourselves if we can learn from somebody else's mistakes. However, when we do make a mistake, we're going to learn quickly so that we can earn the blessing. And we talked about mistakes and failing harder as we grow our business, because the schools teaches us that we shouldn't fail, right? We should get all the right answers, but in real life, we're going to encounter failure along the way. Natural failure. Just like when we learn how to ride a bicycle, right? We have to fall a few times and then get up and do it again, and eventually we can ride it. And we will never forget how to ride a bicycle. Even if we stop riding it for years, we can jump in a bicycle and ride it without an issue. So life is just like that. We have to get on the bicycle of life, fall a few times, and then with the business, right, we launch it. We may not succeed on our first business, but we will continue to spark that entrepreneurial spirit in us, because we learn it through the failures. Okay, a majority of people that have made millions of dollars, or just successful, it doesn't have to be millions of dollars, or even people that have made billions, it doesn't matter the amount, but their success has been recognized by other people. They have failed many times, like people that we admire, right? fail more than the regular person, and that's why they're made it to that point where they get admiration. So people just don't see the failures, but the more we fail in working on our craft, the more we learn, then the more we're going to be sharp in everything that we do regarding that activity. So it's important that we understand how to invest our money, how to multiply through sound investing. And today we have a great topic, and the theme is how to start a cash flowing business, benefits and drawbacks of launching our own company. Summary: know the benefits and drawbacks of launching our own company before we launch it. Funding is needed to launch a business, and there are numerous ways to obtain it. Owning our own business and controlling investments is less risky than being an employee and self-employed. In the US, more than 42 million unemployment claims have been submitted since the coronavirus shutdowns have started. To put that figure into perspective, consider that it is higher than the total population of the 22 smallest states in the Union. It is likely that we have personal experience with people that have had job loss. Perhaps we even know someone who has lost their job in the past few months, however, in the past years overall. However, learn the advantages and disadvantages of launching our own company before making the move, or even quitting your job, right? If you're tired of your job, have an exit strategy, plan it out. Have a digital business that will produce passive income. It doesn't have to be a digital business. I like to start with digital businesses because they're fast and we can all have access to a digital business, and we can start selling other people's products even. We don't need to create the product ourselves, and we can start creating passive income, and that passive income has to come through our company. We will have to launch an entity, an LLC or a corporation. We need to figure out which type of entity we're going to launch, but we need to have one, because otherwise we can't operate with the new rules of money, nor we can take advantages of the tax advantages that exist for wealth entrepreneurs who operate with an entity. So even though we're not creating the product, if we're doing affiliate marketing, then we're still going to run that income that is coming in from those sales on autopilot that we're creating. It's going to pay to our company, not to us personally. Okay, and that way we can minimize taxes using the tax code. It only goes to demonstrate how dangerous it is to depend on a company for earned income, because they will fire the employee, put he or she on furlough, or even go out of business without warning. And what is the outcome of that? Is that really security? And I like to say that's fake security, because employees are seeking security when they come out of the school system. They're looking for benefits, security, and they want to be security, comfortable, and then maybe wealthy, which they never accomplished because they were spending too much time on the wrong activity that didn't teach them anything about wealth creation. We need to understand how to play that the wealthy do in regards to money. For us to be able to have those patterns, we need to study them. We need to figure out their mindset, and we need to understand how money is created, how money has evolved in the past decades and throughout history, so that we are prepared for any type of an economy that exists, because the economy goes up and down. It's constantly changing, and we must be prepared. We understand that it goes up and down, so we don't invest and hope that something is going to go up in value so that we can eventually sell it. Yes, we understand it might happen, but we figure that the best choice is passive income that is measured with facts, meaning that we know exactly what we're getting right now, today, after we acquired this asset. How much money am I making at the end of the day? What are we selling on autopilot, right? It has to have a system of systems, as sound business does. If it doesn't have systems, then it's going to lack the ability to create profit at a high speed. We need to be able to serve the masses. Unemployed, unable to make an end meet, and finding it difficult to locate another employment since there is so much competition for available positions. To make ends meet, people might even be compelled to accept a job they don't enjoy. a reduction in responsibilities, or a lower salary than in their prior role. It makes sense that an increased number of people were leaving their corporate employment to follow their passion on their own terms long before the term coronavirus was coined. These independent contractors and self-employed professionals were being seduced by the promise of an entrepreneurial lifestyle that included flexible work hours, remote job opportunities, and the flexibility to select the projects that most interest them. With so many advantages associated with being an entrepreneur, who wouldn't want to get on board? Naturally, many are drawn to the idea of controlling their own fate, making their own money, and never receiving a pink slip, again, especially in the light of recent events. The advantages of owning a business are now being realized by a large number of people. However, what does that actually mean? What choices do we have available today? As we can see on the screen right now, if you're watching us on our live stream, if you're not on our live stream, then make sure you go to our YouTube and subscribe so that you can also watch the live streams when you have time. And if you don't have time to jump on the live stream or listen to our podcast, then at least you'll have our newsletter, which you can read every day before you go to sleep or whenever you have some free time. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes are going to be powerful. They're going to give you twist to the next level financially. Things that we need in order, whether there's a perspective, an idea, a certain sentence that will empower us and inspire us to the next level, okay? So as we can see on the screen, which side of the cash flow circle are we operating from today? The left side of the cash flow circle, we can see that there we'll find the employee, the self-employed. On the right side, we find the business owner and the inside investor. 97% of the world's population plays on the left side of the cash flow circle their entire life. And then 3%, obviously, on the right side of the cash flow circle. Wealth is created, 97% is held by the right side of the cash flow circle, and 3% of the wealth is on the left side of the cash flow circle. So the question is, which side of the cash flow circle do we want to be? I have already made my choice. We're going to be on the right side of the cash flow circle, right? Because that's what we're doing here inside of our communities, building people that can thrive 100% on the right side of the cash flow circle. We're bringing out true leaders, wealth entrepreneurs, and inside investors. So on the right side, we do not work and we still get paid because we work to build passive income and make money, work hard, and multiply through sound investing, which ultimately also brings capital gains income, brings the two types of income to us from investing, which is passive income and capital gains income. On the left side, they work for earned income or active income, which is trading one's time for money. And it's something that we need to learn how to minimize as much as possible to stop selling the time, because that's the most precious asset we all have. One of them, our mind, time, and freedom. We do not jeopardize on those three things. We have to protect them. And as we move to the right side of the cash flow circle from the left side of the cash flow circle, if you find yourself on the left side of the cash flow circle wanting to make the shift, because we are achieving freedom, we are attracting freedom. That's why we do what we do on the right side of the cash flow circle, is to have total freedom, to be able to have excess of positive cash flow, to have the problem of money of too much money. A lot of times on the left side of the cash flow circle, they have a problem of money, which is lack of excess of cash flow. They don't have any businesses giving them excess of cash flow. They have to show up to work. So the more liabilities they acquire on the left side of the cash flow circle, the harder they have to work, the less time they have with their family and doing the things that they truly love. So figure out exactly what type of lifestyle do we want to carry in the next 5 years. And if we truly want to create freedom, then we need to focus on the right side of the cash flow circle now. How to launch our own company. Let's examine a few instances of people choosing to start their own business rather than pursue the usual corporate ladder climb, since landing a good job is incidentally a complete scam. Number one, launching a company of our own. Let's say we had an addition to high-end purses or clothes we could do to our addiction and admiration. We can turn it into an asset, We can spend money on the newest purses from Gucci, Prada, Armani, and Louis Vuitton, and any other reputable brand. Every now and then, the pals, our friends, will probably beg us to borrow those items or will ask us about those items. So with some financial education and the right team, we could make our addiction and liabilities into real cash flow and assets. For example, we will make a fortune from just renting out the fancy handbags and clothes. After the lights come on of an idea that we get, we need to draw it out. We need to put it into action. We need to bring it into existence. We need to put it on a Word document, create a little business plan. It doesn't have to be long. And we need to start creating a website. We need to create a mission. We need to start launching and putting the idea together, giving it shape. We need to bring it into fruition. Otherwise, somebody is going to take it and run with it. And we might see somebody else running with our idea that we had before they had it. But the difference is that they took action. So we want to be producers. We don't want to let other people take our ideas because we had them and they're in our minds for a reason. We need to take action and bring them into reality, okay? So we can launch a business model through a rental business of such items now. Turns a cash flow and profit each day on autopilot, and we get to use the luxury items for free whenever we wish. We all too may do this, find an existing issue or a problem which we have an original solution, choose a skill or interest we have like accountancy or photography, trip planning, vacation, luxury items, cars, anything that we're passionate about, and locate customers that require a solution in regards to that. In any case, there are numerous ways to raise money from our business, so don't let the thought of having to seek capital stop us from launching our own business. If there is lack of money right now, don't put an excuse of, oh, you can't launch your business because you lack money. Because the job number one of a wealth entrepreneur is to raise capital. So it's our job to become creative and raise capital and learn how to sell and raise capital from the front end through sales funnels, and also from the back end by approaching the right lenders with the right team so that we can raise the capital. So if you like photography, then get into that, right? You can create a solution for that. Maybe find a software. Maybe find something that is aligned with photography that can help photographers edit their pictures and content faster than they would in other software. So now you are aligned with your passion. You're selling something on autopilot that you're naturally have affinity towards, and therefore it is even easier to create an ad, to become creative. So let's use our passions now to create wealth, because we're living in the best times where we all have access to the internet worldwide. Therefore, we can really express ourselves and be true to who we are on this earth. We all came with a purpose. We have talents and skills, and we must learn how to use them and live through our purpose and be able to control money in this world, be able to tell money what to do, because we cannot allow money to tell us what to do. We must make money our slave. And we do that through financial education, exactly what we're doing right here, right now, by listening to this amazing talk on money, business, and investing. We are improving our financial IQ above the average human being. Therefore, we will be able to control and be part of the 3% that holds 97% of the wealth of the entire world. Not sure where to begin? Here at Master Investor, we are offering free content to help us launch our own business, and also pay content, right? We have ebooks, digital courses, we have one-on-one consultations, business plans, marketing, branding, rebranding, and many other things that you will be able to find on our website by clicking the link in the description of this video or talk if you're listening to our podcast. Start today and do not wait until it's too late to achieve our dreams. Make tangible goods available online is an option. Have we ever considered starting our own business? Now more than ever, it is simple. Utilize Amazon or platforms alike to Amazon, which can be used to our advantage and benefit from the largest wealth transfer history. Find out where there are sizable populations that are in need of the goods that only we can supply. The next option is make digital goods. Are we attempting to find a way to make money passively on subjects we already know a lot about and are passionate about? It has never been simpler. Utilize the time of others, OPT, to create content that we control and can earn from directly. In other words, we can pay a writer to write a certain book for us, or we can do it ourselves, but we can also hire somebody else overseas to help us create this digital asset, and we're going to publish it as soon as it's done through a website that allows us to collect data, the sales directly from the customer. And once the customer orders, they get the product immediately. Digital products are awesome because the satisfaction is instantly. They don't have to wait for the product. Once they purchase, they get it. So as long as we have something that is solving a how-to, then we're going to have a lot of clients wanting to buy our products daily on autopilot, as long as we have the right systems in place. Make sure you get How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet Turn Passive Income On. Find the link somewhere in the description, because that ebook and digital course will help you understand how to create wealth using systems and, of course, tapping into the internet, which is our best friend when it comes to making wealth. The internet is literally our tool to leverage ourselves to riches. So make sure that you think about maybe a digital product that you would like to create. And you can use other people's talents and time to help us bring that product into existence. And also it could be somebody else's informational product. It could be somebody else's digital product that we're selling for them as well, that we are passionate about. We don't need to buy the product. We're going to bring in sales to that brand. We should buy the product that we're passionate about and something that we like, because then it'll be easier to sell even and create more ads, and we're acquiring information ourselves that are information that is helping us grow. So invest in the products that you're passionate about and that you truly want, and if you can create passive income with those products, then by all means start building passive income, because that's how we can break free from the rat race. We can actually tap into total freedom by understanding how to invest for passive income, which that was the talk that we had yesterday. You can find the link somewhere on our website for yesterday's article and the live stream, so that you can understand how to invest for passive income. Rule number one in our community is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard and multiply it through sound investing, which brings us capital gains income too. The next option we have is create our own brand. Do we possess a personality that is larger than life? Discover how to be our own industry leader by learning to harness our own self. Let's start with this series of inspiring free videos that we have on our YouTube channel. We're doing a live stream every day, and you can tap into this free information where I come in and give you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies, with actionable steps to build true wealth, to help us understand how to create cash flow, to bring in that passive income into our lives. We're going to attract money. We're not going to be chasing the bag. We're going to have assets, which are freedom units that produce passive income and capital gains income into our income column, and we're going to use our revenue to buy other assets that will produce passive income and capital gains income, and we'll also pay for all the expenses that we have, including our liabilities. The second thing that I want to talk about is network advertising. This alternative may also be known as multi-level marketing, or MLM. We can select a business model, market its goods, and extend an invitation to others to become members too. We can earn money from the things we sell, but we also get paid a portion of the sales of the products made by people we introduce to the company, which also is passive income. For people who like to work for an organization that has already sorted out its procedures and business model, this is a terrific option. In addition, they frequently offer the training required for success, including events and daily calls, so that the culture stays in there within the organization. So we can actually tap into network marketing, right? We can tap into this amazing opportunity because there are hundreds of companies out there willing to pay a hefty part of the sale to the person who brings to all the company who brings in the leads to their sales pages. And we just need to focus on do targeted traffic, and that if we choose to do network marketing, we're jumping to the next level immediately, because now we're literally getting to experience passive income firsthand. We can start selling today. The product is already created, the company is already created. We do need to incorporate our company, but that doesn't take more than a day. Something very simple to do. In addition, they have all the tools and resources given to you, so you can literally just figure out where are the people that want that solution hanging out, and we're going to put that message in front of them so easily that they can grab, purchase, and repeat again. The third thing is investing in real estate. Investing in real estate has two benefits. The first is for rental property cash flow, which is the continuous source of revenue that comes in, which that's why we focus to build them, because that is how we create true wealth and thrive through our life without having to worry about our bills or paying anything, because it's being paid for by the cash flow that we are accumulating over time through our assets that we are controlling. When we purchase and resell or flip real estate, the second type of income that comes in is capital gains income, which is taxed at a higher bracket than passive income. In some instances, with real estate, we can apply the 1031 exchange law, and we can defer taxes on capital gains income. We can invest with little to no money down if we are resourceful when it comes to building our businesses. We can use 100% debt. We can use our credit cards and acquire a cash flow and asset. Like I said before, two types of debt when it comes to money: good debt and bad debt. There's nothing wrong with having bad debt attached to liabilities that we want and that we enjoy. But the problem with majority of people is that they don't have any assets. So the more liabilities and bad debt they acquire, they have to work harder, which is, it comes to a point where it's impossible for them to keep up with all the bad debt that they have and the expenses, because they can't work harder than the debt, interest, and everything that's accumulating over them, because they have no systems that are helping the individual build any type of income. That's why it's important that we learn how to invest. Even if you love your job, learn how to invest, not by giving your money away to anybody else, but by you actually doing it yourself, and you controlling the asset, launching the business, launching the brand. Because at some point, the person may not want to work anymore at that job. So we need to have an exit strategy. We need to have something that will supplement that. Advantages of being a business owner. All it takes to launch a business is an idea. Everybody has ideas. All we need to do is step up to the plate and implement them. Are we on the right road though? Let's first look at the benefits of launching our own company. Number one, mastery. We are in complete control of our income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and debt. Number two, OPM, other people's money, leverage. If we decide to raise capital for our company, highly recommended to always find ways to use debt to become wealthy, good debt. Investors' funds, rather than our own capital, can be used to finance the company's expansion or startup. Here is some information on utilizing OPM that we have published before. We are the OPM if we are making investments in another person's private business. Number three, other people's time, OPT. OPT eventually has the ability to fully replace our time in the event that the person is currently employed by someone else. He or she is the OPT. Number four, income without limits. The amount of money we in our business can make is unlimited. Number five, benefits and taxes. In most nations, the main goal of a tax legislation is to lower business owners' taxes. The majority of business expenses can be written off as revenue, which lowers the taxable income of the company. Investing in a private individual's business allows us to subtract business losses from our income from real estate investments or other passive businesses. The lower long-term capital gains rates frequently apply to gains or profits. Number 6, adaptable hours. We can choose our own schedule, which allows us to give other responsibilities like going to our favorite yoga class or other healthy activity the priority they require. Number 7, adaptable environment or place. Being the owner of our own business may allow us to work from whatever location we choose, whether it be our home office, a rented facility, or a laptop on the beach. However, this may not be the case for every type of business. Number 8, liberty to express oneself. Through our business, we may fully express who we are and what we stand for, rather than stifling our individuality to fit in with the company line. The drawbacks of being a business owner. We have to learn to accept the good and bad in life. There are challenges associated with being an entrepreneur. Among the drawbacks of starting our own business could be: number 1, challenging or difficulties. Of the 5 asset classes, running a business is the hardest to start and maintain. Ownership of a business, real estate, paper assets like stocks and bonds, commodities like gold, and cryptocurrencies are the 5 asset classes that exist. So number 1, business. Number 2, real estate. Number 3, crypto. Number 4, paper assets. Number 5, commodities. The track record of the people running and expanding the company is crucial to take into account if we are considering investing in a private company. Number 2, elevated failure rate. About half of all enterprises will not survive for more than 5 years, according to the Small Business Administration. Merely approximately 1/3 will remain unchanged 10 years after debut. Number 3, extend the hours. This is not a 9-to-5 job where an employee or self-employed come in, get the work done, and then go have a lovely lunch or dinner. Holidays, weekends, and nights will probably be worked by us. As a wealthy entrepreneur takes constant growth. We are responsible for raising it any way we see fit. So a wealthy entrepreneur will always clock in because it's our business. If we don't move it forward, no one else is going to lead the business into the next level. And we need to hire a right group of people around us. We need to hire the right professionals and make a professional team around us so that we can fulfill the mission and vision of the team. We need to ensure that we are minimizing taxes, that we're playing by the new rules of money, that we are actually accomplishing what we promise to do. Under promise and over deliver when it comes to building our businesses, because we're solving other people's problems. So we want to give them a great experience overall. We want to give them the moments like, wow, that was amazing. I'm going to come back over here and purchase again. I'm going to tell my friends about this product. Wow, I love how detailed they are. I love their product. I love what they do. That's the type of business experience we want to create on our customers. Number 4, not a promise or guarantees. A consistent salary is not a given. We may meet our goals in certain months and maybe surpass them in others. However, there will be months when we don't. So make plans for those times as well. We need to have different assets on different asset classes so that when we experience a crash in one asset class, we still have other asset classes that are producing passive income and capital gains income to us. Number 5, individuals. People, including consultants, vendors, staff members, and clients, must be dealt with and managed along with their diverse personalities and moods. If this isn't our kind of work, it could be quite stressful. Because business is all about dealing with people, learning how to control their emotions and be able to manage the sale accordingly, and not one-on-one sale, but through the sales funnel. We need to understand our client. We need to make sure that the client is having a seamlessly transaction as they purchase our digital products, as they purchase our physical products. It doesn't matter what we are selling to the client. That whole transaction needs to be so easy to them that they want to share it with the world. They want to come back and buy more from us because everything was perfect in their eyes. Hundreds of thousands of people, just like we have succeeded in launching our own business in spite of these few drawbacks, which won't be drawbacks for everyone. We can read our ebooks to improve our financial intelligence. Are we prepared to take the necessary steps to achieve financial freedom as a reward? Choose the wealthy cash flow pattern to become wealthy. As we can see, the cash flow pattern of the wealthy class comes from the income is made from the assets column. So it's coming in from the passive income and capital gains income from the assets that we are controlling with our companies. The middle class and poor class usually have no real assets that are producing cash flow nor capital gains income. Therefore, they are required to work for earned income because they have not yet figured out how to launch their business and invest for passive income. Cash flow pattern of the middle class, as we can see, if you're a doctor, dentist, or the individuals could be an accountant or could be even a contractor, Uber driver, right? This is a self-employed, usually a middle class individual, that person who is a professional and makes some sort of money. It doesn't have to be a professional, but usually is making a certain amount of money, has some credit, has a lot of liabilities, and the cash flow is, or the income is coming in from their job, from whatever they doing, right? They're selling their time for money, whether they're charging $1,000 for an hour, they're still selling their time for money. They still have to do the work, they still have to show up to make the money. So the income comes from their jobs, and the income goes down to the liabilities column, up the expense column to pay for all those liabilities, expenses, and other expenses, and it goes out to someone else's asset column. The difference between the poor and wealthy mindset is in the way we spend our time. The poor spend their time working for earned income and always looking for a higher pay. The wealthy, we focus on building passive income and capital gains income through sound investing that we are actively performing on a daily basis. In other words, in order to become wealthy, we must master how to invest like the wealthy do, using the new rules of money, resources that we all have available thanks to technology and the internet. The way we make money determines who we are in the cash flow circle. As we can see, the cash flow pattern of the poor class, they just have a job, they earn income, right? That's the type of income the self-employed and employee makes, earn income or ordinary income or active income. And it goes down to the expense column. They have no liabilities, they have no assets, and it goes out to someone else's asset column. It's very similar to the middle class pattern, except that the middle class people, they have liabilities because they earn more, they have more credit, etc. And the employee is making just barely the expenses, the living expenses. So they work to live. They literally go to their job, they make their money, and by the end of the month, that whole entire paycheck, the entire amount that they made is probably gone. They have nothing left. Make a decision where we want to be in the cash flow circle and start shifting the mindset according to the person we want to be in the cash flow circle. Remember that on the right side of the cash flow circle is where freedom and our wealth is achieved. And on the left side of the cash flow circle is where the sense of full security exists temporarily for the employee and self-employed, as they can be fired at any time. Choose the side of the cash flow circle that matches with our goals in life. Depending on the side we choose, then each side comes with the type of mindset. The left side has the poor mindset, and the right side of the cash flow circle has a wealthy mindset regarding how to make money. As we can see in the diagram below, the poor mindset puts the one activity that builds wealth last. And the wealthy mindset puts acquiring or investing as priority number one over our expenses column. And that's one of the main differences, as we can see in the income statement or the financial statement here that we're looking at on the screen. The employee and the self-employed have earned income from a job, therefore they pay taxes first and maybe buy assets after, if any, left. Poor mindset people attempt to buy assets with after-tax dollars. Many times it is not enough to afford any assets after everything is paid, including their expenses from liabilities. Therefore, their assets column is empty. They lack financial education and they do not actively invest themselves. The wealthy mindset, our businesses buy other assets first and then we pay taxes after, if any. Usually zero, because the tax code is a package of incentives for wealthy entrepreneurs and inside investors. The more we use the corporate law, the more we do what the government wants us to do, to invest in oil, technology, food, and other areas that improves the economy and the country as a whole, then we get tax advantages. So as we can see on the expenses column, we have number one, acquire assets. Number two, pay taxes, if any. Number three, acquire liabilities. And we focus on building our assets column, and if we want a liability, then we build an asset that will pay for that liability so that we can have the liability for free. Start investing in high quality financial education today by reading our financial ebooks. Get the 10 new rules of money, how to build cash flow with the internet, and the one that we have also available is how to invest in crypto to build wealth, understanding Bitcoin and blockchain, the rise of legitimate reserve digital currencies and assets. Today, crypto is not longer just an asset in an asset class to invest for capital gains income. We can actually use crypto to pay each other as a currency, is the new money in town. We need to understand this so that we can build wealth with crypto as well. Because even though crypto, it has become more volatile due to this change as a currency, so it goes up and down just like any other market, we need to understand what is crypto and everything about it so that we can invest constantly, so that we can utilize crypto's gains immediately to even create more wealth by compounding it into our assets column. Remember that two types of debt when it comes to money, good debt and bad debt. We need to focus on building good debt because it goes hand to hand with assets. Good debt means that we're using debt to acquire a cash flowing asset. So if we have a credit card, we're going to have a plan for that money to go into an asset. We're going to launch our business. We're going to create a brand. We're going to do this to create passive income that will pay for that loan back, that credit back, that debt. If we got it from our credit card, then we're going to pay the interest, everything that comes with that debt. It's going to be paid for by the revenue of the business, which we're going to utilize that money to launch. So at the end, we're going to get everything for free because we're using debt, and we're also paying zero in taxes because we're using debt. Debt is tax free. And when we build passive income, then we can minimize taxes all the way to zero as well. We need to have the right CPA, the right tax strategy in front of us. We start with the first step. And as we move forward, we start building our team and we start acquiring the assets that we truly desire, and we are going to achieve the lifestyle that we dream of because we have the financial education that is needed to create a cash flowing asset or business. Let me know if you have any questions about today's talk. I hope that you learn how to start a cash flowing business. It is easier than ever. I highly recommend that we all start building our assets, start building a business. Think of an idea, bring it into existence. And it's not just to build a business. We need to also keep in mind that let's turn this business into a brand. And how we do that, how we turn a business into a brand, is by having business integrity, meaning that the business is making a profit, is selling a real product, whether it's a digital product or not, that is solving a problem in the world, and people are asking for it. People are paying for that solution because they have a problem, and that solution is going to either give them a temporary fix or or a permanent fix. But every company, every business is built to solve a problem in the world. So what type of problems do we want to solve? And then once we figure that out, we start solving problems with systems, because the systems will do the selling and telling for us. Remember, we're building businesses, meaning that the business has to run on itself. And in order for that business to become a brand, it has to have business integrity. And the other thing that must have is intrinsic value. That means that it's protected, it has a patent, if intellectual property, registered logo, the legalities are in order. No one can take what that company is doing, none of the competitors, because it's protected. Okay, that's how we turn a company into a brand. It's important that we do that, otherwise it becomes a commodity and anybody can replace it. You don't just want to have a business, you want to have brands, okay, because they last for generations. Anyway, I'll talk to you on the next talk. Thank you for spending time today on financial education. Make sure you click the link in the description so that you join our inner circle and start investing right now. Don't give our money away to anybody. We're going to invest it ourselves. We're going to actually master how to multiply money, how to make money work hard, because we need financial education. A lot of people have money, but they can't make their money work hard because they don't have financial education. So let's invest in our financial education, start in one of our courses today, and go out there and seek other communities and mentors, because there are many great people out there. Choose the right mentors, the ones that already have done what we are attempting to do, okay? We want to make sure that we're investing our time wisely at all times, optimize for the best options that are presented in front of us every day, right? We can always choose a better option. So make sure we have a plan every day so that we're not procrastinating. And we have to sometimes wander around and become creative and so forth, but make sure that we have goals every week, every day, so that we have a path that is taking us to our best version of ourselves, okay? Bring you the good and bad news on money, the business principles that work in all economies. I'll talk to you later. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. Bye for now.